Hello, poopsies. Thank you for joining me today for another video. I am officially back from vacation as of now. So I'm catching up on your readings, your bookings on TonyBomboni.com. Thank you for everyone who's been signing up while I was away for the last 9-10 days. It's been the longest vacation I've had in like 4 years. So it was nice to take extra time off. It really was well needed. You really don't know how much rest you need until you take a vacation. Then you're like, oh snap, my body really needed this. So yeah, I'm still just coming back and getting back on the grind, so to speak. So my head's still mentally on vacation mode. So I went to Rhode Island, as you know, and then I stayed in downtown Fort Myers for the last 3-4 days. So I refer back to my previous videos on that, but this is going to be a haul collection of what we got, me and my boyfriend, so I'm going to be showing you my stuff that I got first from different parts of Rhode Island and Florida, and then the stuff that he got as well. So there's a lot of stuff, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer one, be making a lot of different sounds, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. You know, a lot of people struggle with getting notified of new content. You know, make sure that bell is clicked, okay, and all notifications are on if that's your preference. And make sure you sign up for my newsletter on TonyBomboni.com. It's a free newsletter, so you'll get up to date with different stuff like coupon codes, special offers, bonus minutes. You don't want to miss it out. You're going to miss it out if you don't sign up for the newsletter. Again, it's absolutely free to sign up. So TonyBomboni.com, links below. All right, guys. So here is the first item I'm going to show. This is my favorite, probably, of them all. I got this on our last day of our adventure on our way back home. So we stayed at the Luminary Autograph Collection Hotel in downtown Fort Myers, and we were on the 7th floor. It was wonderful to see the view, although I would say the loud music at night was not fun. They play loud music every night until 2 a.m, so don't stay there unless you're ready for loud music. Yeah, so there's that. Because they're playing from like 2 different bars in the distance, and you can still hear it even on the high floor. So yeah, but they have a rooftop pool, and at the highest level, they have like a snack bar area. They have a restaurant downstairs. They have a coffee shop downstairs as well, which has the best Colombian coffee ever. And blueberry muffin, like really, I ordered that every morning there because it was so delicious. They don't have free breakfast, but it was such a nice hotel, and I had a nice time. I'm still wondering what that blue cabinet is, though. That cocktail or bar cabinet that they have in the rooms. I'm still wondering where to buy that. I tried looking up LH & Co. It's not available. Like, I can't find it anywhere. Anywhere I look, like from Wayfair to whatever, I can't find this cabinet. And I thought it would make a beautiful crystal cabinet. So if someone can help me out, let me know where to find that blue cocktail cabinet. That would be so awesome. If you work for like Marriott or the hotel industry or the autograph collection, a chain of hotels, let me know. Hook a boy up, okay? Hook a boy up with that cabinet, okay? I'll pay for it in full, literally. Like, I want that cabinet, okay? You don't have to give me a free one. All right. So here's the first item. So I got this at this antique shop called Paris Market Antiques, I think in North Fort Myers. So it was on our way back home, and it's a bunny. They have a lot of vintage and antique stuff. It was just so cute. I could not not get it. And they have 2 cats named, I think, Paris and Penelope. They're service cats, and they greet you as you enter the door. And they're so lovely, and you get to pet them. And oh, they're so cute. So that made the experience all the more better. They're actually like 2 stores technically, like they're just doors apart, but the wide selection of stuff. And yeah, we struggle to find antique stuff down here compared to up north, so it was nice to get this. So this is sitting above my fridge. It just looks so realistic. It's so cute. I love it. And I think it's clay, if I'm not mistaken, like oven baked clay. So that's pretty cool. But I love bunnies. We got to see a lot of bunnies on our vacation. I think maybe I should save the vacation story time, because there's some juicy stuff that happened on that you're gonna hear in that story time. So I'm gonna shut my lips and save it for the next video tomorrow. Okay. All right. There were good things and bad things that happened on our trip, so I'm gonna spill the tea, girls and boys. Okay. So one of the places we went to was this like mini beach kind of, it was like by restaurants. It was in Cape Cod, and I got this little pebble from there. So we stayed in Rhode Island, but got to visit other places. Okay, I'll only mention them as I show the stuff. I don't want to spoil too much for the story time, but yeah. So smooth little pebble, and I kind of skipped flat rocks against the surface of the water. This, I think, and this too, I got from another destination. This was in Newport, Rhode Island, along the coastline. And I got to see, should I spoil this much? I got to see some things in the water, let's put it that way, that I was surprised to see. Actually, here, fine, I'll say it. So at Cape Cod, I also saw these things. They were horseshoe crabs. I had no idea we could see horseshoe crabs that close up in the shallow water, but they come, and I even got to pet one. It was so cute. They have like cute little eyes. They look like loving, gentle beings. It was just wonderful. So I like these like smooth rocks. We barely find these down here. Up north has like really beautiful like seashells and rocks. It's funny because people that come here find the shells here beautiful. I find the ones north beautiful. I guess I'm just used to life here now, being here almost 10 years. So in Newport, we just walked around and looked at the shops and stuff. I got this Newport, Rhode Island mug. I think I'm gonna gift this to my family. I like to get them stuff from time to time on my travels. As a thank you for watching my dog, taking care of the bird too, from time to time. But this has a lot of stuff on it, you know. It was quite a pretty find. Definitely had to go shop to shop to shop to find a lot of stuff for myself and for others. So this is a seagull, a sun, a bridge, fish, seashells, a map, a bottle with a note in it, an anchor, clouds, birds, rope, a yacht, whatever that is, a stethoscope, I don't know, what is it called, telescope, I don't know, a lighthouse, balls of yarn. Yeah, the seagulls made such interesting sounds when we were there. Oh my gosh, I never thought they would make those sounds. They're definitely not, I would say, like used to people. They're definitely fidgety with fellow humans. So yeah, that caught me off guard as well, actually. So I might as well show this next. There was this shop I went to with this lady that was very friendly and nice and chatted it up with us quite a bit in relation to her life, her store, her child who has like drawings, and she sells these drawings in the store. The store's New England Magic, so I thought I'd shout it out. We went to Salem, Massachusetts. You know, Salem is where they did witches wrong. Even if you weren't a witch, they did you wrong too. So a lot of spooky history there. So I'm not going to spoil what we did there, but again, saving it for the story time. There's something about Salem I got to tell you about that story time, okay? But we went there, and I got me a Gilded Tarot Royale tarot card deck. So I'm currently studying up on these. This is by Ciro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. So these are very colorful and three-dimensional, which is what drew me in. A glorious tarot of enchantment and wonder, with every card made borderless and given a stylish design update. The GTR elevates the original edition of this deck to new heights of artistic vibrancy and divinatory power. This deck's timeless artistry invites you to explore the spiritual energy that weaves its magic in your life. So I had to get something magical from Salem. You know, I went all that way. You got to get something magical from Salem, right? Artist Ciro Marchetti's visionary renderings of tarot symbolism and archetypes lead to valuable perspectives on the unfolding of destiny. So, here's some of the cards. Look. Beautiful depictions on the sides. These are actually a lot smaller than I thought. When you open it up, it looks like this. It's pretty cool. This is the booklet with the Fool on the front. So it shows like the image and the description. I'm still reading through like the beginning parts of this book, but yeah, soon I'll be able to start doing tarot readings with these new cards too. See what the back looks like, and there is the front. This is the Fool card. I'll show you another example of a card. Here's the 10 of Cups. So if these draw you in, let me know. I could definitely do a reading with these new cards. And they're very small, kind of paper thin, which worries me slightly because that means probably have to reorder these cards eventually if I damage them enough from so much readings and shuffling, you know. But yeah, I'm excited about that. So yeah, go check out that shop. You know. So let's move right along. Why am I confusing myself? Oh, it's the way I'm placing the items. I'm like, some of my boyfriend's stuff is here, my stuff is there. I'm like, I'm confusing myself, y'all. Okay. So here is Cape Cod. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. National Seashore. So this is, forgot exactly where I got this, but amongst the shops, it says 40 miles of pristine sandy beach, marshes, ponds, and uplands support diverse species, lighthouses, cultural landscapes, and wild cranberry bogs. They're very famous for that, apparently. Offer a glimpse of Cape Cod's past and continuing ways of life. Swimming beaches and walking and biking trails beckon today's visitors. So Cape Cod, honestly, honest to God, was always a bucket list for me. It was always my dream to go with my partner and kiss him on Cape Cod's tip. Like the very end, like Provincetown at the very tip, like on the beach. And we did. And I'm so glad that that literally, like, that was like one of my bucket list things in life, like to do that, to be able to do that. Oh wow, that was like, yeah, that was very fulfilling, you know, to check that off. And also to go see Rhode Island was a bucket list. To have a home to stay by the water was a bucket list, as well as you know, just visiting Cape Cod in general. There was one other, I forgot now, but yeah, I'm gonna peel this sticker off because I don't like really having the stickers on these magnets unless I really have to. Like, it's like hard to peel off, but I just kept it just to read that description for you. Perfect. But yeah, this was a bucket list trip for sure, and we were celebrating our 1 year anniversary together, so that was also a bucket list alone. I think that's what that was. Yeah, now I remember. So I also got a coaster. You know, I usually like to get the fridge magnets and the coasters wherever I go, even if they're from the same traditional company, Lantern Press. But they make such beautiful coasters that last a long time. They're sturdy, they absorb the water, and I just have them scattered throughout the house, you know, little coasters from different places I've been. It's wonderful. This is what the seashore looks like. It's definitely duny. It's steep sands on some parts, and they say if the shelf collapses, don't try to climb it back up. Just walk around and find your way back up, you know. Don't panic. So I'm still trying to figure out what to give my family, what to give myself, you know what I mean? So, but there's that. Newport, Rhode Island. I think I was gonna maybe give them this one. So there's another coaster there. I mean, how many coasters can I have, you know? So this says the Breakers, Cliff Walk, Castle Hill, Ocean Cliff, Ocean Drive, Goat Island, Rose Island. We never got to do the boats to the islands, but we did go to Castle Hill. And look, I'm gonna save it for the story time, okay? Don't ask me. You gotta wait till tomorrow for the tea. Tea will be spilt. Poster style tea towel. So speaking of tea, I'll give this to my family, but this was in Newport, I believe. I bought this. It was like this cute fancy shop. Oh. Climb cakes. Who knew that was a thing? Coffee milk. I heard about that. My partner mentioned that. A bunny doing hockey. Okay. There's Providence. We also got to see Providence on our last day before getting on our flight. We quickly went to Providence. Surprised we didn't miss our flight, but you know, the airport is in Providence, but you know what I mean. Jamestown Windmill, Narragansett Towers, Newport Bridge. Yeah, so we were in, I'm surprised a lot of people were like, okay, shout out to Bristol. Like, people were like, I'm in Newport, I'm in Bristol. I'm like, okay, how did I not see y'all? Southeast Lighthouse. So there's a whale there, a bunny on a boat. That's so cute. You know, maybe this should be my towel. Child has a lot of bunnies. I love them. But it's cute. It's cute, isn't it? It's so colorful and cute. Just a regular old kitchen towel. My mom will like this, I'm sure. This is very much her style, like the blue. She likes blue stuff. Okay. So, then I got her this Newport Mansions oven mitt. They have the Breakers, the Marble House, Rose Cliff. So, yeah. Good old oven mitt. Comes in handy when you cook a lot, work in the kitchen often. It's always a good gift. So this was the bag. So I'm probably going to put it in this bag. I mean, this store was real cute. And bougie. Like, I love it. It's real cute. But I enjoyed walking around. You know, Newport, that was a fun time. Parking was a lot easier than other places, thankfully. You know how many times I think half the expense every day was parking alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so annoying to have to pay like $10 to $40 for parking when you only spend a few hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to do straight curbside parking. You know, $2, $3, $4 an hour. Perfect, right? So, Newport, Rhode Island. So here is another coaster. I'm gonna probably keep this one. I like the blue. It's cute, the seagull and the sailboat. Yeah. So I actually didn't even realize how many coasters I bought till after we left. I was like, oh, I probably overdid it, but it's okay. I needed something from every place, right? Now this one actually I got in downtown Fort Myers. We were walking around. By the way, pizza places there are so freaking busy. This is Larvakite, or Larvakite, I think, yeah. Larvite or Larvakite? I think it's Larvakite. It's good grounding. And this is blue aventurine, so crystals I don't really have yet. And it definitely has good energy, definitely connected with me. And even though Fort Myers is really not that far from me, it's nice to get stuff, you know, obviously, once in a while from places you love and enjoy. This was the hotel key card. I just kept it because we had to use it to get out of the parking lot. They charge $20 a night. It was weird because, like, or they charge every time you get the ticket in and out of the garage. Depends how many times you go back and forth, how many times you stay in the garage. So it's better to just pay the $20, avoid the headache, use your hotel key card to get in and out. At least you know there's peace of mind with that extra security there. So, yeah. But it was our second time staying there, and I enjoyed every time. I mean, it's a very nice, like, entrance downstairs, and it's a pretty big hotel, you know, to walk around. It's by the water. It's having, like, a fountain out front with a beautiful clock. It's historic Fort Myers. You know, they have the banyan tree. We always go to the same, I think it was, like, Japanese, Chinese cuisine, like Ichiban restaurant. That's, like, 3-minute walk from the hotel, and they have the most delicious seafood soup and sushi and hand rolls, and oh my gosh, yeah. So that's definitely our special place for sure. Crafted in the USA by Bill Gartner, I think. Newport, Rhode Island. So I got this one. This fridge magnet. Again, I love the blue, the anchor. This is beautiful, just like the wood fridge magnet. Wonderful addition to my fridge magnet collection. Then I got Massachusetts Cape Cod. Although, I don't know. I was thinking about giving one of the magnets to them, but I wasn't sure actually. I was like, maybe I should keep that. Because I wasn't able to find just like a simple Rhode Island magnet. No town or city in it that I actually liked. So, but at least I got one from Massachusetts, one from Rhode Island. So this is a license plate. This is Cape Cod and Islands. I think it used to be called Cape Cod and Islands, the Islands or something like that. But they changed it to just Cape Cod. So, it's cute. Fridge is definitely going to get filled out with magnets. Alright, so of course I was digging and digging for some wooden postcards. I collect these as well as the fridge magnets and the coasters. So yeah, this is so cute. It reminded me of the two seagulls we saw in Newport. They were very chatty and they were even fighting each other. It was so funny. So postcard. I just collect them, put them against my kitchen wall. There's a whole line of them. Then I got Sanibel Island. Of course, we were Fort Myers. We had to hit up Sanibel again. Duh, obviously. My favorite place in the whole freaking world. Meaning, like, my favorite beach, meaning Bowman's Beach, meaning it's awesome. Like, yeah. I even like went for a jog there, and it's nice that there was hardly anyone there this time. It's off season, so easy to park and just go. So we actually explored the shops this time. The last time I did was like literally 21 years ago. We actually stayed for a week as a family when Hurricane Charlie hit and we had to evacuate. So that was my earliest memory of the shops. So to see them this time is like, you know, I have no memory of that time. But like we went to the She Sells Seashells shop and, you know, just to see the stuff they have there now, what's going on. And then you realize like not much really has changed there in that time, but they have new. Oh, how much should I say for the story time? How much not, but like they have new signs there now, and I could tell they've been doing some stuff. The wildlife has grown back since Hurricane Ian. It's coming together. They're taking care of the place. And of course I had to get a coaster. I mean, this is beautiful. I wasn't gonna, but I'm like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Like, how could you not? This is like the lighthouse beach, I think, a depiction of that. Right there. Which I couldn't find parking there last time, so I didn't even bother going there. And this is the sand cap map, which is Sanibel Island, Captiva Island, which are one island together, but like in different sections, different names. Captiva, I don't think you can just enter like that. I'm not sure. But, yeah, let me show you. So this is my favorite island in the whole world so far. Here's Bowman's Beach. There's Bowman's Beach. So this is where Captiva, I think, begins. This is the lighthouse beach way over there. So this whole island is like, if you actually obey the speed limit, child, it's like I think it's like a 30-40 minute drive. It's a big island, but the speed limit makes it appear bigger than it actually is, you know, so there's that. But they have the Jan Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge, the observation tower there. They have Blind Pass Beach, Turner Beach, Tarpon Bay Road Beach, Gulfside City Park, Lighthouse Beach, like I said. This is the Gulf of Mexico here. So this side is the Pine Island Sound, because the Pine Island is like over here next to Cape Coral and Fort Myers. So the San Carlos Bay is where you take this bridge. This is the only way to get in and out of the island. This one measly bridge. That bridge actually broke during Hurricane Ian, basically trapping people here if they decided to stay here, which I don't think anyone in their solid mind would. But yeah, or maybe it was illegal to stay. I don't know. Maybe they kicked everyone out, evicted everyone. Who knows? Temporarily. But that must have been terrifying. Like, to know that your only way out is one road. No, thank you. Okay. But this is... I finally caved in. My boyfriend's like, oh my god, you look so cute in one of these mini bags. You have to get... I'm like, fine. So I ended up getting one that I actually liked. So I like the color blue. So it actually fits me perfectly. It has many compartments and zippers here. I got this. I remember how the store looks like. I don't remember exactly where I got this. Cape Cod. Yeah, I got this in Cape Cod. One compartment there. And all I'm gonna say that for the story time, I've noticed a mix of mean people and kind people in New England. But I'll leave it there. So there's one compartment there, another zipper compartment here. And one here. This side is perfect to store my waters. The front for my phone, keys, wallet, because I grew tired of just carrying on my travels my stuff in my pockets. It makes it very chunky. It makes my pants fall off. I'm already skinny enough. I'm a 32. So, like, you know, the pants just fall off when you're skinny. It's hard to explain, but there's a compartment here. So any stuff that weighs my pockets down just makes it worse. And there's even a zipper that goes like this, if you want to just carry it one. I don't know what this is for. To be honest, I still haven't figured this part out. Yeah, there's that. I keep it unzipped. That's for the best. But yeah, and it's super slim too, super light as well. So perfect for travel, obviously. So that is all the stuff that I bought on my vacation. So now I'm gonna go into the stuff my man bought. He actually just bought this yesterday at the Sally Beauty Supply store here in town, so it was still technically our vacation day as of until yesterday on Sunday. So I guess I'm adding this. But he said to add it in a video because he highly recommends you use a pumice bar, because this pumice stone will really scrub away that stuff from your feet. Yeah. It's made in Poland, apparently. It's extra coarse, medium, purple lavender. So apparently that's highly recommended. He got these US 50 states playing cards. This I think he bought in Fort Myers. You can actually do tarot readings with playing cards. Did you know that? Yeah. The pip cards, as they call them, the 1 through 10 pip cards, is just same with the regular playing cards, 1 through 10. The court cards, king, queen, page, knight, will be replaced by, of course, the king, queen, and jack. Minus the page, doesn't exist in these sets, I think. The hearts would be cups. I believe the clovers is wands, the spades is swords, and the diamond is the pentacles. So, the Joker is American Samoa. Rhode Island is A. Ace of spades. It says Rhode Island is the smallest state in size in the United States. It covers an area of 1,214 square miles. Yeah, you drove like 15 minutes from where we stayed. We were already in Massachusetts. Like, that's how small the state actually is. The first circus in the United States was in Newport in 1774, and where we stayed actually has the oldest Independence Day celebration. It was like 1684, I think, or 1670, something like that. Which was pretty cool. Rhode Island is home to the Tennis Hall of Fame. Rhode Island is known for making silverware and fine jewelry. Okay. So let's see, Massachusetts. I don't know why I like saying it like that. Massachusetts. The Nine of Hearts, Massachusetts. 552 original documents pertaining to the Salem witch trials of 1692 have been preserved and are still stored by the Peabody Essex Museum. I have some things to tell you about Salem. There is a house in Rockport built entirely of newspaper. The Basketball Hall of Fame is located in Springfield. Boston Common became the first public park in America, 1634. Glaciers formed the islands of Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard during the Ice Age. Yeah, we just really ran out of time. We didn't have time to do the whole Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket stuff, but yeah, this is pretty darn cool. Oh, look here, Illinois, my home state. I'm born in Chicago, as you know. The first aquarium opened in Chicago, 1893. The Sears Tower in Chicago is the tallest building on the North American continent. Dixon is the boyhood home of President Ronald Reagan. The Chicago River is dyed green on St. Patrick's Day. The world's largest cookie and cracker factory, where Nabisco made 16 billion Oreo cookies in 1995, is located in Chicago. There's Arizona. I love Arizona. Leads the nation in copper production. The original London Bridge was shipped stone by stone and reconstructed in Lake Havasu City. Four Corners is noted as the spot in the United States where a person can stand in 4 states at the same time. Arizona became the 48th state on February 14, 1912. Very late. Tombstone, Ruby, Gillette, and Gunsight are among the ghost towns scattered throughout the state. Let's look at Florida. I live in Florida. A lot of the flags have white in them. Why they all got white in them? St. Augustine is the oldest European settlement in North America. Orlando attracts more visitors than any other amusement park destination in the United States. Key West has the highest average temperature in the United States. Fort Lauderdale is known as the Venice of America because the city has 185 miles of local waterways. During the 1991 Gulf War, the busiest military port in the country was Jacksonville. From this location, the military moved more supplies and people than any other port in the country. Let's see, Puerto Rico, they added that too. Puerto Rico is roughly the size of Connecticut. El Yunque is the only tropical rainforest in the U.S. National Forest System. More than 70% of the rum sold in the U.S. comes from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has over 270 miles of beaches. Puerto Rico's unofficial mascot is a tiny tree frog called a coqui, found only on the island. Coqui, 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 coqui. Just reading places I've been. I mean, I've been to so many. I've been like over 25 states, so I'm like, this could take me all day, but fine, I'll do like one last one. Wisconsin. In 1882, the first hydroelectric plant in the United States was built at Fox River. Noah's Ark in Wisconsin Dells is the nation's largest water-themed park. Wisconsin is the dairy capital of the United States. Milwaukee is home of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Mercer is the loom capital of the world. Sheboygan is the bratwurst capital of the world. Green Bay is the toilet paper capital of the world. So, it's pretty cool. Oh, Illinois showed up on top, so that's probably where I should revisit next, my home state. And Hawaii came after that. All right. So, I bought my man a schmata, a handkerchief cloth for just like wiping sweat on your brow and stuff. And, you know, we both love Southwestern theme. I thought this was so pretty. It really is. It's like New Mexico style. So, yeah, really beautiful fabric material. And then he got white cornmeal, Kenyan stone ground Johnny cake. Apparently Johnny cakes are well known in New England. A Rhode Island tradition, it says. They're a perfect accompaniment to breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Serve them under your favorite Newburgh, cream chipped beef, creamed cod, or as dumplings and stew. What? I have no idea what any of that is. The earliest American settlers arriving to this new land discovered corn and were taught by the Native Americans how to grow, grind, and cook this unfamiliar grain. The original Johnny cakes were a mixture of water and cornmeal spread thin and cooked before an open fire. This became their life-sustaining food. Johnny cakes have been maintained through the centuries, and their history and controversy have become legendary, though we suggest a recipe which dates back to 1886, as all Rhode Islanders will agree there is only one correct recipe, and that is their own. Johnny cake cornmeal, Rhode Island's finest white cornmeal, can also be used to make a variety of your favorite dishes. Try substituting this genuine stone-ground meal in any recipe calling for cornmeal. Great for baking, breading, or frying. This reminds me of the Jewish food, potato pancakes. The way it looks here, at least. Johnny cakes, Johnny cakes, Johnny cakes. All right, so here is the Salem, Massachusetts fridge magnet. Has a witch hat on it. So there's a couple shops that were quite cool. Like the Harry Potter wand store. It had images of actors in those Harry Potter movies who've actually signed those portraits, and they're selling them. there was like a Halloween tour place we went to, and so much again. I really would hate to give it away. So here is Cape Cod fridge magnet. So this has all, I think, 13 little, like, I don't know if they're called districts. Bourne, Falmouth, Sandwich, Mashpee, Barnstable, Yarmouth, Dennis, Brewster, Harwich, Chatham, Orleans, Eastham, Wellfleet, Truro, and Provincetown. So Provincetown is the tip. So it took us about an hour to get to even the base of Cape Cod, and then about another hour to get to the tip. Again, really not that big. It's just the speed limit that makes it slow. So this was from a hibachi grill type of place, and they serve sushi as well. In Salem, it's called It's Wicked Good. No, wait. It's called Witch City Hibachi. Yeah, and then it says It's Wicked Good. So it's kind of funny to see, like, witchy Halloween Asian fusion. And then here's a Rhode Island magnet. This is quite a unique find. Looks like little earrings. Has the lobster, the lighthouse, the state of Rhode Island, and a sailboat. I thought I would have seen more boats, to be honest. I wasn't impressed because, like, Florida has so many more boats here. It seems. I guess that makes sense with the weather. Like, we went when it's just starting to warm up. I apologize, I'm coughing. I just ate a poke bowl while waiting on my mic battery to charge. So here's the napkin for that as well. He likes collecting little stuff like this that'll just remind him of places he's been to. This is the Salem Witch Museum, which we ran out of time. We went to go see Boston before we went to go see Salem, and it was the same thing. An hour to get to Boston, another hour to get to Salem. Traffic was awful, dreadful that day, and we went during rush hour, so there's that. Was the devil at work? 19 innocent people were hanged in Salem in 1692. Witness the testimony of the hysterical girls, the suffering of the blameless victims, and the decisions of the fanatical judges who sent innocent people to their deaths. Lies, suspicion, ignorance, murder. When the witch hunt began, no one was safe from being accused. This persecution is based on actual trial documents with 13 stage sets. You'll enter the web of lies and intrigue of the Salem witch hunt, the most enduring true stories in American history. It's very sad. At first, the girls would not answer. They simply screamed and writhed or did blasphemous things, such as dashing a Bible against the wall. Gradually, they began to give names. Who are witches? The Salem witch trials of 1692 are a tragic link in the history of those who have been called witches. Who are witches, and what lessons can we learn from their history? Dispel the myths and separate reality from fiction in our exhibit. Most visited museum in Salem is the perfect starting point for your visit to our historic city. Founded in 1626, the city of Salem, Massachusetts was a thriving port and early maritime trade. Today, Salem is alive with history and features many museums, galleries, shops, fine arts, and accommodations, all within easy walking distance from the Salem Witch Museum on the Heritage Trail. Real Pirates, Salem. Voyage through pirate history with the museum over 300 years in the making. Features real artifacts and treasure from the shipwrecked Whydah Galley. From lore to legendary finds, see and touch the world's only authenticated pirate treasure ever discovered. including coins, cannons, and weapons recovered from the ocean floor by underwater explorer Barry Clifford. So we never got to do that either. These are just like pamphlets we picked up along the way. This is the town of Salem, I believe. Yes. It's the whole entirety of Salem. We walked so much this whole trip. Like one day alone, we did over like I think 20,000 steps. Yeah. And this is Peabody and Marblehead, which I guess we drove through Peabody. But we got to see the Hocus Pocus house, which was cool. It was actually from the movie. And there's a rose garden in the backyard. We'll walk through there. We didn't go in the house, but like we just saw it outside on our way to like eat and stuff. Just some shops, you know. We really didn't have too much time. By the time we got there, honestly, it was getting so late. It was already getting dark. So we only could do so much with our day. We also went in Boston to this, it's called the ICA, Contemporary Art Museum. So there's like 4 floors. 2 of them have stuff only, but it was a very quick tour. Had a nice view of the water though from above, which was nice. And then this is Land of Witches and Pirates, Witch Dungeon Museum. Gosh, yeah. I don't think I would have been able to handle some of this stuff, like Halloween-y type stuff. It's really not my vibe. Like I felt very sad seeing the graveyard. So there's Salem, Massachusetts. This is, I think, the Hocus Pocus house. Yeah, this is it in the backyard with the flowers. Oh, they must have pictured this during like late fall because this looks dead. Like it was way more pretty than that. Yeah. So, there's Salem. There's the map of it, really, and just a bunch of stuff there. This we got when we first landed in Rhode Island, just to get an idea of like the food, the ferries, the art. They even have a zoo there. We never really got to do any of it, but there's the shorebird management at Cape Cod National Seashore. So this is the visitor center we went to there. Provides miles of prime habitat for nesting and migrating birds on the same beaches used by millions of visitors every year. Many of these bird species are listed as endangered or threatened. National Park Service is responsible for protecting these birds and committed to aiding in their recovery. It's beautiful. This is a map of Rhode Island itself. So first of all, let me do this. This is Newport. Map of Newport. So we definitely did downtown. We started here, so we parked right here on this side. And then walked through, and then we got some like ramen noodle bowls, and yeah, it was a very beautiful day. And this is I'm sorry, it's not Rhode Island, it's Newport. It's another part of Newport. Yeah. So that's another, gives you an idea where we parked, and then just park along the street by Washington Street, I think, and then you just go walk down here and do shops. There's more up there. There's a Christmas store. It was really beautiful. It has like never-ending snow, like coming out of the top of the tree, and it like absorbs itself back down. It constantly sweeps like a fountain. This is from Fort Myers, the Florida Weekly. So they're talking about the hurricanes. I actually read through the whole newspaper when they talk about hurricanes. And they're saying this year is going to be, long story short, not as hot or as bad as how hot last year was, but it's still above average. The waters are still very warm and prime for hurricanes. My county only has a 13% chance, I believe, of a major hurricane impact, but half chance of a tropical storm or greater. So, yeah, that's kind of semi-comforting. So this is also another magazine, very beautiful cover to it. Has a bunch of stuff like Everglades Gator tours and maps of, let's see, this is where we stayed. This is Fort Myers, this is North Fort Myers. This would be Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda. This would be Fort Myers down here as well. There's Sanibel Island. There's Pine Island, there's Cape Coral. Bonita Springs is here. We went to Bonita Springs too. And got to see the Wonder Gardens. So we did a lot in that short time. Provincetown Magazine. So Provincetown's very much homo-friendly. Plus, obviously Pride Month, so there are like pride flags everywhere. You just see drag queens, you see all sorts, right? So there's that. If you're into that, if you're into Pride Month and stuff like that, Trip Planner 2024-2025. So this is the Cape Cod, or newspaper, I would say. It's a lot of information. They're talking about coyotes. We actually saw a fox there as well. And they say you're supposed to like shoo them away because you're not supposed to let the fox get used to eating from humans. Otherwise they cause a ruckus and they can bite and they can be nasty if they learn to come up to people and people equals food, that it's an issue. They say there's more than enough food for them and they're self-sustaining. So don't feel bad and feed them or go up to them to pet them because that's going against the natural order of things. So that was good to know. So here is Sudoku puzzles. So I got this from the airport. He loves playing Sudoku. I see he's played a few so far. World of Wonders by Amy Nezukumatahil. In praise of fireflies, whale sharks, and other astonishments, this book is about to shake the earth. There's a cockatiel in the front, an axolotl, I think a narwhal, a frog, a flamingo, a monarch. Yeah, it's a very pretty cover. And he loves buying books from places he's never been. The Pirates of the New England Coast, 1630 to 1730 by George Francis Stout and John Henry Owens. So he loves reading pirate or spooky ghost stories, stuff like that, That's why he loves Salem. He always wanted to go see Salem, so he was really happy we got to go. This is a comic called The Gathering Storm. So you can see they were throwing the what's it called? The tea boxes overboard. We actually got to see them do that from the museum. Went to the gift shop there and just reenacting the Boston Tea Party was very interesting. So this was bought there. Women in Celtic Myth. Tales of Extraordinary Women from the Ancient Celtic Tradition by Moira Caldecott. We didn't go in the museum. We just saw, we went in the museum, but you know what I mean? We didn't pay a ticket to interact in the museum. We just saw people throwing them overboard. It was just so funny to see. It's I don't know. I just find it funny, certain things in history, why they were made to be taught that much time later, and all reality was kind of this small of an event, you know what I'm saying? In only a certain part of the world, very small area, literally just a boat, I don't know. I know the historical significant impact and butterfly effect of that with the British, but like it still blows my mind how we are like forcibly crammed in our heads over and over again certain specific events. I feel like events that happen now are more impactful and eventful. Maybe that's ignorant, but like for our future than events like that. But I guess that all is part of our history and how we got here. So who's to say what's more significant, relevant, or important, right? He loves mermaids, but I'm an overthinker, so I like to overthink things, including history. And like, are we really being told what we're being told is true, right? The Little Encyclopedia of Mermaids, an A to Z Guide to Mystical Sea Creatures by Melissa Maxwell, illustrated by Kate Forrester. Naughty and Nice, Gruesome and Gorgeous. This A to Z compendium celebrates everyone's favorite mystical sea creature, filled with tales of star-crossed mermaids and vengeful sea gods and goddesses. This little encyclopedia features famous stories of mermaids ranging from the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean and the Mediterranean to the murky depths of the Amazon River and the frigid waves of the Irish Sea. We brought this in Providence, so our last day. Providence, and a lot of gay-friendly shops there too. Scandalous Newport, Rhode Island by Larry Stanford. Uncovered tales of sin and corruption from the city by the sea. Newport, Rhode Island is renowned for its stunning cliffside vistas and the luxurious summer homes of the Gilded Age elite. Yet the opulent facades of the city by the sea conceal the scintillating scandals, eccentric characters, and unsolved mysteries of its wealthiest families. Learn how Cornelius Vanderbilt III was cut out of the family's fortune for his unapproved marriage to Grace Wilson, and how John F. Kennedy's marriage to a Newport debutante helped to secure his presidency. Travel to the White Horse Tavern, where a vengeful specter still waits for a supposed murderer to return to the scene, and discover the mysterious voyage of the Seabird and its missing crew. Historian Larry Stanford searches the dark corners of Newport's past to expose these scandalous tales and more. Newport, definitely wealthy. It's been a minute since I've seen houses that big, let's put it that way. Wealthy of the wealthy is there in Newport for sure. David Cordingley, author of the Under the Black Flag, Seafaring Woman, originally published as Women's Sailors and Sailors Women, Adventures of Pirate Queens, Female Stowaways, and Sailors' Wives. For centuries, the sea has been regarded as an exclusively male domain, but in this enthralling book, maritime historian David Cordingley shows that an astonishing number of women have answered the ocean's hypnotic call. Some earned their keep in plunder as sword-wielding pirates. Some traveled as the wives or mistresses of captains or were smuggled aboard by officers or seamen. Some even dressed in men's clothes and worked alongside sailors for months, even years, without ever revealing their sex. Cordingley also vividly recounts legends of sultry sirens, stories of dedicated lighthouse keepers, and heartwarming tales of wives and mistresses who waited patiently for their men to return safely from the sea. A landmark work of women's history, as well as a spectacularly entertaining collection of true stories, Seafaring Women will surprise and delight. Black Jacks by W. Jeffrey Bolster, African-American Seamen in the Age of Sail. More books. Oh my gosh. In the Wake of the Mayflower, The First Encounter, written by Karen Rinaldo and Kevin M. Doyle, illustrations by Karen Rinaldo. 1620 to 2020 Cape Cod, featuring origins of 15 Cape Cod towns. In the Wake of the Mayflower, The First Encounter. This engaging history of the Mayflower adventure ties many ends together. Why did the Pilgrims leave Holland? Who was Samoset? How did Squanto learn to speak English? Why was Massasoit so friendly and yet his son launched King Philip's War? What happened at the first encounter? How did Eastham come into being? Why does Nauset Light have a red top? What became of the Nausets and the Wampanoag Nation? True lovers of history bring the stories to life through text and picture. Ghosts of Boston, Haunts of the Hub by Sam Baltrusis. Why would anyone want to leave Boston even after they're dead? Adam Berry, Ghost Hunters. I'll be honest, Boston was... I enjoyed the ice cream though. It should come as no surprise that one of the nation's oldest cities brims with spirits of those who lived and died in its hundreds of years of tumultuous history. Boston, Massachusetts boasts countless stories of the supernatural. Many students at Boston College have encountered an unearthly hound that haunts O'Connell House to this day. Be on the watch for an actor who sits in on rehearsals at Huntington Theater, and restless spirits rumored to haunt Boston Common at night. From the Victorian brownstones of Back Bay to the shores of the Boston Harbor Islands, author Sanibel Island makes it clear that there is hardly a corner of the hub where the paranormal cannot be experienced as he breathes new life into the tales of the long departed. And finally, the last item in the last book, Sea Beasties, A Pirate's Guide to Denizens of the Deep, both fair and foul, mostly foul, being a record by Captain Mako on how to spot, kill, avoid being killed by, and profit from all manner of monster for the benefit of the greenhorn pirate. Okay. No pirate worth their salt should set sail without this book. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. That is gorgeous. The pages and the text, oh my god, that is so cute. The legendary Captain Mako gives ye the benefit of his long career plying, the sweet trade in command, o' the pirate ship damsel, and his battles with the terrors, o' the deep. I'm trying to sound piratey as hell. Herein ye'll find 165 illustrated entries detailing the monsters ye be bound to encounter in your travels, arg. Where to find them, how to make it out with your skin intact, and perhaps put some extra coin in your pocket. Aye, you'll find mermaids and krakens here, but do ye know how to manage the evil whales of Scandinavia, murderous adderos, marauder dendons, or the colossal living force of nature known as Leviathan? The good captain will prepare ye for these and many others, so ye can weather all the dangers the seas have to offer. So what are ye waiting for? Set canvas and full ahead, ye swabs. Let no beastie stand in your way. There be pirating to be done. Alright, boopsies. I think that was enough. More than enough. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you subscribe if you like content like hauls like this one. Check me out on TonyBomboni.com. Please help support my work to keep going to produce daily content for you. Sign up for a service today. You won't regret it. No one has. And no one ever will. Probably. Hopefully. Okay.